Monday to those celebrating the fact that they still exist, right? Let's try to erase the bad rep that Mondays get, right? It's not even technically the actual start of the week, right? So you can take the pressure off there, but you can always set the intention to have a great day or a great week, okay, irregardless of what point in time or schedule, dare I say, that you find yourself. So, friendly reminder on that one, too, you guys. So, I have our angel messages. I'm just going to take a look at the Maji, the High Priestess, Chosen Ones 144, Love and Light Mystic deck, just to see who all are my peoples today that I'm reading for, okay, for this collective message. Now, you guys, I really personally, like, I have gone ahead and pulled the cards, right? So I can say this with an air of confidence, right? An air, hopefully not an error, right, of confidence. I really strongly believe that everyone, okay, attached to the collective, I'll say it that way, right, should be able to resonate and get something out of this pie, all right, that's being served today. Just saying, okay? But I will give the general guidance, of course. It's a general collective message, and please only take what resonates. This is going to resonate, and it's great. We're celebrating over here, in case you wondered. All right. So, yeah. You guys have hidden reasons to celebrate. So what will you do? Will you wait to celebrate? I would advise against that, just saying, right? Because, you know, we talk about it all the time. That's not exactly the way that works, right? Even according to divine right and rule and their own perception and, dare I say, expectation on this. Make sense? Okay. All right. So you guys have been seeing synchronicities. Have you been paying attention? Love and light, Kelsey Wells. So, 222-333-444-555-1111 and 1010 are specifically noted on this card. They don't have to be the synchronicities, but they could be. So I was guided to make mention of them all. Just saying, okay? We do have some more synchronicities, interestingly enough, that do share in the fact that you guys are actually progressing, right? There's no regressing around these parts. So I love that. I literally say it all the time, and I want to say it one more time right now. I have the best collective, hands down. Nobody's telling me anything different. You guys are amazing, all right? Success for you. Success you are, okay? In spite of any of these, okay, mofos milling about, all right? You are coming out like a shining star. Makes sense. Starseed energy as well, right? As an earth angel, earth healer, okay? Or earth angel or healer, right? Maybe not just earth healer. You heal all kinds, honey. That's how amazing you are. Makes sense, okay? But, you know, going in that same vein with the evil family members, you could be really branded as the black sheep. Okay, and, right? It's giving celebrates in spite of that, all right? Because judgment day cometh, all right? What did I say? You're already shining. It's time, in case you wondered, right? If you, for whatever odd reason, weren't able to shine, like you couldn't eke anything out, too late. You've been found out. You've been shining the whole time, all right? So it's time to act like you know, okay? And put the worries somewhere outside of your auric field because they're not producing any good fruit for you. Love and light, Yasara. So, you know, hey, and I get it. It's easier said than done, but the fact of the matter is worry is a down payment for something you don't want. Remember how you don't want it, all right? Just allow the rebirth to happen. Go with the flow. Protect yourselves from any of this ish, right? But you already are. Oh, see how the psychic attacks and all that shit doesn't really work, does it? Unless you really get into this fearful mindset and then you acquiesce and then you give your power away, which we don't do around these parts, but you could celebrate. You could use that energy to celebrate instead of all of the other stuff we just mentioned, right? That just really doesn't bode us well, okay? So there's that. I feel like I want to get a couple more archetypes here. Who am I reading for? Could be a Capricorn, could be a Gemini. You could be really trying to decide how to, at the moment, acquire that dream job, or maybe you're being asked, Capricorn, to really figure out what that might be so you can get it. Makes sense, being on the great side of karma and all, right? Just like the channeling so far, Geminis, you're coming out here as quick-witted. That's pretty cool. Hey, you know, they say variety is the spice of life. I like to say, you know, humor, wit should be added into that variety, just saying, because otherwise it's still boring, even though it might be spicy, right? You know, from one spicy to the next, it's a different kind of time, you know what I mean? Not necessarily pleasant, right? But you know, maybe that's just me because I really don't do the spice that much. I can take a little heat. I don't prefer all of it, like boring holes in my tongue, but that's just me. So maybe somebody had some spicy something or other. All right. Leo and Sagittarius placements are also coming out here. Okay. Somebody, namely Sagittarius, could be not projecting onto you, just saying. As the card indicates, you could have been recently trying to grapple with, hey, what's love versus lust? Keep going there because you really need to know the difference there. So you act and live and love accordingly, right? And if you lust, you plan to do that, do it correctly, right? With the other person understanding that as well, so that they're not loving the crap out of you while you're just lusting the fuck out of them, right? Makes sense. We've got Leo. And somebody could be making birthday plans, Leo. You know, hey, I'm here for it. Send me the invitation. All right, I want to get one more. Blue could be a color of some significance because I'm told to search for it. So this is connecting to Cancer placements. All right. Cancer, you're coming out quite modest. I love that for you, right? Don't get too rigid with it, such to the point where like you can't flirt ever because you fear that it's cheating, right? Unless you're literally already involved. I'm not getting that. I'm getting that this Cancer energy is single and just really trying to like overshoot the energy of being like worthy of love by that right lover. You got to give that love to you firstly, and so much so that the actual lover, the love of your life, can like catch on, maybe even play catch up, and then also like join you. That's the cheat code, you guys, for receiving the love of your life, right? I'm starting to wonder if maybe I just love myself so much, you guys, that I don't know. Can anyone catch up here? Like, oh Lord, please help. But anyways, enough about me. So I'm mindful of you guys, you know, coming on and joining, and I'm sure that you're looking for your free tarot reading. That's still a thing, you guys. There's only a couple of us in here, so I'm going to go ahead with the message because it's pretty short and sweet today, you guys, and we'll wrap up at the end. All right. If I'm guided to otherwise, I will. But I just didn't want you guys thinking that since the bell had not rung that it wouldn't. It'll ring, okay? Just not yet. All right. So thank you for sticking out. We need the watch hours anyways, you guys. So thank you for watching the videos, whether or not you're watching them. You should be watching them because it's, you know, stuff, food for thought, if nothing else, just saying. Maybe a little bit of entertainment, if I do say so myself. That might be me tooting my own horn though. But anyways, I know it's early. I'll dial it down a bit. All right. But you guys, right now we're in the path where all of us, myself included, you know, we're expected to stay true to ourselves, whatever and whoever that means, right? Maybe some of you are still fine-tuning the understanding or the awareness of, you know, just how magnanimous you are, how great you are, and, you know, maybe understanding more of who you are, meaning like what that means for your life path even, right? Keep going. All right. Just do whatever you're doing authentically, please. Okay. It's kind of like it's a call. I want to say it's a command. It's at least a call right now. Okay. And I'm hearing and forevermore. Like right now and forevermore, be authentic to thyself. Okay. Is the channeling. So honor, cherish, and love yourselves. Okay. You have to. Why wouldn't you not love yourself at this point? Like at all? Like nothing? You can't find any reason to really get in your feelings about yourself with yourself in like a great way, not be I'm disgusted because I'm not perfect kind of vibe, but like more like that, oh my god, look how cute my arm is when I put it in this position versus that, and like when I smile, my dimples and my whatever you got going, right? Okay, focus with love on who? You. Okay, and you first. All right. When you get confused about what to do, remember you just need to be true to yourself. All right, you'll break free of any hold that others and their expectations have on you that way a lot more faster, if I do say so myself. Gosh, I had to learn that lesson. Letting go of panic is also coming out here for things that you should be surrendering at this time. Love and light, Freaky J. Rich rising, babe. um, so it says, don't be overwhelmed by panic, okay? Panic will take your mind off of your goals. See how that doesn't bode you well, right? Right? Okay. It's normal to feel panic. Nobody's judging anybody for like the feelings, right? Your feelings are always valid. Should they always rule you? They should never rule you. I was just testing you guys. They should never actually rule you. You should always feel them, right? They should never rule you. Just saying, okay? If you're feeling panic, simply feel it and then let it go. Toss it off, right? Do the flick, okay? You can. That's why you're being asked to. Maybe you didn't have awareness of it before you were asked to do this, but you're being asked to do this, okay? Just saying. Can't really get around it because you can, all right? And you should. Make sense? So it assists you to get back on track when you really understand that, hey, emotions don't have to actually rule me. Like, I get to choose what stays around. I get to choose whether or not, like, this is even my emotion. You guys have people that are casting ish right into the stratosphere, damn near, right? Just because sometimes, not even because of you specifically, you solely, but because of who you are. Again, we're all connected back under source. There's a lot of people pissed off at God nowadays. Make sense? Okay. So alchemy comes in, right? For the win. This is also why you would have to be in an authentic state of self in order to rightly and properly and safely, dare I say, alchemize ish. Doesn't matter what it is, right? All right. So allow yourselves to regain your composure by letting whatever panic sets in go. You don't, it tries to set in. It doesn't have to stay there and ruminate and be baked up into every one of your fucking pores. Make sense? Okay. So relax and know that, again, all is well. Just start saying it out loud. All is well. You want to panic and you have no fucking clue how you're going to get, this pay. All is well. All is well. And you know what, you guys? If I do say so myself, it does help me personally to speak it out. I mean, I don't have to scream it or anything. You don't have to get a soapbox and a fucking megaphone, right? But there's something about allowing stuff to be entering into your gates, right? We have an eye gate, we have an ear gate, right? So you don't always, how many times I would, man, I'd probably almost pay to have somebody, hold me and say, you know what? You're fine. It's good for you. Like I would love that. I crave that a lot, right? I don't have it, but I have it with me. So I'm not lacking. And that's what I mean by, you guys, you need to be what you need for you first. So that way, you know exactly how you should be treated within a loving, caring connection because you already entered one with you. So if it doesn't fit, Joe Schmo comes out of left field talking about, oh no, baby, I love you. This is why, and blah, blah. It doesn't jive with anything that you actually took painstaking lengths to actually figure out what love means and what matters in the realm of love for you, as well as interplay in the connection. And it don't jive, you go, absolutely access denied. You're a mofo. Thank you. Next. Right? Because in moon cycles past, when you weren't all built up and you weren't really fucking with yourself, you were waiting for somebody to come along and say, I have you. I'll protect you. I'll love you with greater depths than you've ever known. That's toxic. It usually isn't even a thing. That's like some psycho, like, that's like what Psycho Betty dreams about love, right? Because it's not a thing. It's just not. Why? Because this life is far more spiritual. It's not just about smashing ass, who you're gonna, kiss and suck on and ride off into the sunset with. It's so much more than that. First, I'm just the messenger, right? I get disgruntled with that truth as well at times. Just saying, it's the truth, and I'm here to deliver that. All right. So there's that, right? But you guys, don't be overwhelmed. If you feel overwhelmed, right, you have to honor that by what? Sitting your ass down and asking yourself questions. Why? What can I do about this? If you find that there's absolutely nothing you can do about this, now what? Because you have to get to a resolution. You cannot be walking around all disgruntled anymore. Like it's too risky. Okay. Because you're literally right now, just even listening to this message, creating your best life. It's always a thing. It's always something that is being created. That's how you know you exist. That's how you know you're alive. You're alive and you exist right here, right now, to do that, which is create. And we're intending from this point on to create nothing less than a beautified path, nothing less than ourselves integrating. All right, which means we do have to do some work, and we do have to set intentions, and we do maybe have to say some affirmations to keep our ish together about all of this, because we're actively co-creating with source energy, which is like, this is big time stuff, right? What? Our best lives, our highest vibrational path, as well as outcomes. And again, I can't say it enough, you guys, this is connected to way beyond just what you're setting out to do with you and your peoples. Because again, you and your peoples at your roots connect back to divinity, source, the all in all. So therefore, you kind of can't really get around the spiritual aspect of this life, just saying. And if you do, you haven't really lived, and you're not really considered turned on, woke, or awoke, right? Like, just saying. Okay. But I know that's not my collective, right? So we got to talk about doing the work. Makes sense? All right. Not always and in all ways, and damn sure never alone at doing the work, but we do have our parts to play. All right. That's how you know you carry great purpose. Makes sense? Why would you be asked to do something if you weren't needed, if you weren't part of the plan, part of the design? Also, you know, I was thinking about this last night, you guys. I was like, you know what? The fact that divinity even asks us to do shit is really a telltale evidence, if I do say so myself, as to how great we are. Like, we are really big stuff. And it makes sense as to why the world and everything in it, damn near, seems like, right? Seems like, okay, tries to tell us and expect us to believe otherwise. Anything but that. Even in the religious sect, it's like, okay, you know, you need God. God don't need you. Huh? You know, there's way more interplay in that. We're here for a reason. God handpicked us to be here for a reason, if you want to say it that way. Either way, you're contracted here. And it's not just to smash ass and love on each other and, you know, in a kumbaya sense, right? You have stuff to do. Sometimes you do have people to trigger. Sometimes you do have people to stand up and stand against. You also have others to advocate for. Again, going back to divine agenda here, not just the romance of a lifetime. Those are the perks, all right? Part and parcel of the package. That's why we say, of course, love exists, and it exists for you. It exists through you. How would it not be for you? Come on now. Nobody's saying that God said you don't get to have romance and all of that, but this life is far more spiritual, all right? You are here to be leaders. You are here to forge your own path. All right. Your star ancestors, as well as in particular your star brothers, okay, are calling out to those collective members now, at least, okay, if not all, those understanding that they are a child of the cosmos. You may find yourselves needing to, or maybe wanting to, right, look up at the sky, really get some stargazing into the mix, excuse me, referable to your meditations, okay? You're guided to star bathe because it does assist with your light body. It does assist with the crystals within the body. Okay. You can look it up. I'm not trying to be all like scary, but it's a thing. Okay. But you're here to, at this point, having done enough of the work, right? Surrender to the sweetness. You are outside of the void. All of these messages came through, and then the void. I'm like, oh, you guys pushed through it. You guys pushed through the lack mindset. That's so beautiful. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. Because that means that you are really actively beautifying your path, even as you receive this message. And all paths, all right, that you're creating lead you home. You're not off kilter. You're not SOL. You're not in some vast wasteland off the grid of you know, divine's eye and awareness. All right. So if you feel that way, you guys have to ground, recenter. That's all. Okay. Really, you should be in this celebratory energy. All right. We're celebrating over here because we still exist. Because we still exist, greatness is still ensuing for us. All right. Now, here's the sitch. On the other side of the void, yes. But some of you still need to release some of those cords. All right. Some of the residual energy, some of the guilt, the shame, okay, from really, letting go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Some of them were considered friends, others considered family, perhaps, right? Archangel Michael is coming out here in double measure in assistance with you to clear any old attachments, any fears that stem from past relationships, as well as freeing yourselves from destructive patterns, and letting go, what no longer serves you, so that you can be well underway on your purpose in it all, in this life. Okay. Now, some of you could already know that you have spirit animals as part and parcel of your spiritual guidance team, right? And so that's well and good. There's something about someone receiving a new, like, specific animal spirit, okay, as part and parcel of that team. Others are awakening to the animal spirit that was already part and parcel. These general collectives, I swear. All right. Hopefully this is making sense. All right. But your spirit animal guide is a guardian to you, and it's helping you with what all you're facing right now. Some of you are really, really doing the work. You're healing through some aspects of addiction. I love that for you. Keep going. All right. Yes, the hell you can. All right. 2111 on the timer. On the other side of that balance is a new life, babe. That's exactly what that angel code really, that's really the message it brought forth there in that real-time moment. You guys, look up those angel numbers, would you? They really help round out the messages. I'm so serious, you guys. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael. So we've got Michael for the win, and now big bro Raphael coming in to help you with this healing. All right. So you're doing phenomenal. Okay. There's no shame or stigma that should be attached to maybe needing some fine-tuned finishing touches on the healing. I mean, you've been through a lot. You're probably still smoking at this point. Phoenix rising through the ashes, yes, but the smoke is real, right? It's getting okay. Here's that balance we just talked about with coming through for these leaders out of the collective, these channels. All right. I gather in your meditation, you might want to intend to connect with your cosmic family, whether you know or consider yourselves to know and love any brothers of the cosmos. I think that's the first I've seen that card, quite frankly, come out. I want to just, there could be some significance to Venus energy as well. You're being asked to make love to life at this point. I mean, really, like, you should be creating the life that you love, not just one that you can barely scrape by in. Makes sense? Okay. Um, there could be some significance as well to Horus energy. You are definitely damn sure protected. You are loyally protected. That's really significant. I feel like in this realm, on Earth, we sadly look time and time again for loyalty, right? We can find clarity, perhaps, and we can find, moments where someone is actively loving us or loving towards us, but the loyalty, or dare I say, the consistency, it's kind of a rare gem, right? But not so referable to your cosmic allies here, your star brothers, your cosmic family, Horus even, okay? Definitely keeping you pretty consistently protected, as they should, all right? You're being asked to, what's so funny? That is so funny, because that actually, so this star ancestors card, like, we already, like, we kind of like skimmed over it, right? But I'm like scanning back, and it says hidden secrets. And you guys, I'm not gonna lie, hidden secrets came out of this deck as well for you guys. All right. And I spoke on it briefly, but now I'm like connecting the dots here. Your star ancestors are saying you have hidden secrets that you need to actually, like, go on ahead and remember. You're like ancient energy, ancient soul, right? So you've lived many lives, and basically simultaneously. Kind of goes back to the Everything Everywhere All at Once. All right. And you guys, if you've yet to see that movie, you should watch it. All right. But as you intention your meditative practices towards understanding more intelligence from the cosmos, it will most assuredly unlock itself, and or you will receive in divinely guided inspiration from your cosmic family, because you are coming out with the intelligence of the universe literally baked inside of you, but you just don't necessarily have awareness of all aspects of that. Okay, and it's okay. Nobody's saying like you're late to the party. It's just arrive alive, right? Keep going, right? And maybe you need some balance in your work life, home life, all right, to make time for that meditative practice and space. Okay. um because this will be, it's like, okay, it's giving compromise, but it's a successful one. The card even states it. All right, so your angels are telling you, like, listen up. All right, you want to do this. You want to do this work. You want to make time for us. Okay. You guys want to work on the materialism that keeps coming through. Understand that, you are far worthy above, and far above things, even gold. It's even scriptural. Okay, for those religious minds, just saying. So there could be some significance to the little bunny there. It doesn't have to be. But if you've been thinking of getting a bunny as a pet, you probably should. All right, that's you. But this is really, there's no loss here on the other side of the compromise, right? I'm so serious. Like, don't you love sitting pretty there, whether you're a guy, girl, what have you? Don't you love looking like damn near perfection and smelling great too, right? Hello, keep going. You are awakening to the inner guidance, all right? Which we just said like seconds ago, okay? But it bears repeating, really goes back to the universal energies within, the universal, excuse me, I'm saying energies, intelligence within, all right? And this allows for you to become and or remain financially wealthy. Not even just like barely getting by, but like wealthy, abundant, financial security for yourself and your family. All right. This could come through inheritance or retirement funds. Doesn't have to be, because really I'm just getting that on the other side of you, really with this compromise to actually assist yourselves to continue with the Kundalini energy rising and all of that, right? You're really sitting pretty, no pun intended, but hey, whatever works, right? Yeah, you're literally going to be in right and proper positioning to specifically enjoy the fruits of your labor, whether you're a guy, girl, what have you. All right. Now, for those that are really struggling with the fact that, oh my God, I made it through. Wow, like I made it past the void. All my life I had to fight, right? It's giving, okay? But maybe there's people you know and love still back there. Okay, maybe. I'm not word cursing, I'm just saying. It's a general collective, right? So you may have some sadness attached to the I want to word it carefully. I want to craft it carefully. Hold on. Because I don't want to word curse. But right now, 2025 is literally like the epitome of when the divine shifts the wheat from the tare, right? This is going back to those Bible scholars, right? To kind of like the times of Lot, right? And Lot's wife, like looking back and ish, right? Can't really look back here, baby. Okay, because even if you did, you wouldn't see a damn thing. You're on the other side of the void. Makes sense? See how dark that shit is? I'm not trying to word curse or make anything funny. It's just the truth. Okay. So if you are grappling with some sort of sadness about this, and I'm not saying that, oh my gosh, nobody could understand why you would, but if that's you, you have to honor it too. You have to heal this aspect too, right? You deserve that. You don't deserve to walk around like with heavy hearts and shit. Okay. You'd like to stand up straight, wouldn't you? You want your heart all heavy and dragging on the ground in front of your feet. Makes sense. Okay. So we're talking about it. Because this is what happens even if we're not talking void space, right? Even if we're not talking super ginormous major breakthrough, which we are talking, right? Okay, just saying. I like to talk about it, so we're going to talk about it, okay? But even on the other side of just personal growth, as it were, right? Oh, you know what? I actually don't eat that kind of food anymore, and so, if you guys ever want to go to this kind of restaurant, yeah, that's not happening. Guess I'll see you in another 5 months when I bump into you in the grocery store while I'm buying shit that you would never buy because you would say it's too expensive because it's too healthy. While you've learned to understand if it is a pretty penny, it's a great investment into your health, which is wealth. Personal growth, it'll separate you. It'll separate the wheat from the tare. Makes sense? Okay. I'm trying to like gently go into what really is the reality of the situation is there's division and separation, right? You know, okay. That's because some people did the work. Some people answered the call. Many are called and few are chosen because a lot of people don't do the work. And again, I say I have the best collective hands down because you guys, you put that, you roll your sleeves up and you get that elbow greased up and you fire up the cannon and you whatever is necessary, right? Just to get it done. And I love that about you guys. All right. And it shows and it beautifies your path. You guys know it by now, right? Healing can be exhausting, but it's always necessary, right? If you're overdoing some aspect of healing, your senses will allow for you to know that as well. There have been times I had to be like, you know what? We're just, because I'm always, you guys have no idea, but like I'm always learning and growing behind the scenes. Why would I not? Like I have to come on here and like share with you guys stuff, right? A teacher of any sorts, right, should never, ever, ever, ever stop learning. Even if you're not a teacher, we're all teachers in some regard, just saying, can't really get around it. Too divine. But anyways, even if you're not like a teacher, even if you don't have like a platform or anything, you're still here to learn and grow your souls. That's part and parcel of the contract. Makes sense? So either way, ain't nobody's supposed to just ever stop learning. Makes sense? All right. But there's been times where I'm like, okay, listen, mama needs a break, right? We're just going to cool off the jets here. So when we fire them back up, it's all systems go. Because otherwise, I might break a little. And we can't have that, right? So you balance in all things, right? You can't even, it's so funny. Like they'll say like, oh, we can get your Kundalini rise in. Just pay me this amount and do these positions and squat like this. I'm sorry, but what? Because that's something between the soul and the soul, right? Or I should say the soul and the divine, which is, it's so damn intertwined. Could we see a difference, right? Those that know, okay? So please don't fall for the hype. You guys have to do your own work and in this, right? And you're also in charge of creating balance in doing your own work in this as well. Once you kind of get a handle on that, that shit gets zippity on up the spine quite nicely, if I do say so myself, referable to the Kundalini energy. So you don't really have to pay anybody for that. You damn sure have to do the work, though. You could pay somebody and not do the work, and you could delusion yourself into feeling and thinking and believing that the Kundalini, is rising. And maybe it will a little bit because you're putting in the manifestation energies, right? But that's not the cheat code. The cheat code is doing the work. Just saying. All right. Healing misunderstandings might be something to come to the forefront as well at this time, as well as being there for those in need. You guys, there are somebody. Okay, let me say it this way. Anyone attached to the collective, anyone in existence, for whatever reason, you got at least a set of eyes on you. Some of you are mothers, fathers, right? Some of you are brothers, sisters, okay? You're somebody's child, okay? So there's a set or two or more, right? But really the eyes I want to focus on are the ones that really focus on you looking for inspiration. You may have absolutely no awareness of this. You need not. It's fine. Because either way, you're living your best life and you're being your authentic self, right? Right. Okay. But be mindful, okay, that there's someone out there really waiting for your inspiration to come and inspire and ignite them, okay? And again, you may have no awareness of this. I'll say it this way. I was crying a little bit earlier on the cell phone because I was watching some recaps of Drew Barrymore's birthday, right? And I love Drew. Oh my God. I'm not saying she's a perfect person. I feel like she too would not say that, right? But she's been through a lot of, we'll say it this way, stimulating situations in life and at, you know, all ages, right? So she's been through a lot, seen a lot, and she still keeps her light. And I just love that about Drew. She always was, you know, giving healer vibes, or intending, you know, it's kind of giving like heal thyself, right? So she's inspired me since at least the 90s, right? Just saying. And she just turned 50, God bless her. But you know, I'm crying. I'm like, love and light, Drew. Like, I don't know, I'm weird. Like, I just love and light. I do. I can't help it. And I'm like getting emotional because I'm like, I know just barely not even the half of what that soul has gone through. Right? She is so sweet, like so endearing. She cares. She tries to like meet you where you're at, like to understand if she doesn't. But usually she does. And you want to know why? Because she's been through that much. And I'm not talking about just the limelight. Okay? Got really dark for most of her, like, let's talk about her childhood alone, right? So anyways, not to go down that rabbit hole. I'm crying and I'm like, oh my God, I'm crying over this woman who like doesn't know me, right? Like, but yeah, I can't help it. Like, I care so much. And again, it goes back to we're all connected. Makes sense, right? And Spirit was like, you know, there's people out there that you'll never ever know really care for you too, really are rooting for you too. And I thought, you know what, Spirit, that would have to be true. And so you guys don't wait for the knowing, right? Just keep going, because it's really going to beautify your path, and it's part and parcel of you receiving some of those milestones, overcoming some of those challenges, those addictions we just talked about even, right? And Drew too, right? Okay. Um so, you know, I want to include in this being there for those in need. Really, it starts with you being there for you, baby. You see how that works? Thank you, Freaky J. Love and light. I'm trying not to cry, so I'm not trying to make it seem like I don't receive that. I do. I just don't want to like blubber and ugly cry on the camera. But thank you so much, babe. And you guys know I love and light the fuck out of my collective. All right. Day and night, night and day. I promise. Okay. I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, just on personal levels, right? I'm working the program too, you guys. I promise I'm right here with you. 1010 endings and new beginnings. Okay. But be there for those in need, right? Make it make sense for you. This is not a call to overshoot the energy, unless we're talking you, babe. All right. And really, I feel like saying overshoot tongue in cheek on that one, because I feel like that hasn't been something that you've consistently overshot energetically, which is giving you to you, right? Giving your love, giving your friendship, giving your companionship to you, so much so that other people got jealous. I don't think is a thing in your past. I'm just saying. So go on ahead and overshoot it now, babe. You got permission on that one. But anyways, so some of you are working on some things creatively, business-wise, right? And your angels are asking you to tap in because some aspects may need refinement, not necessarily realignment, right? Like, it's like you're on the right path, you're on the right page. Could you check out this paragraph though? Because that probably would make paragraph 7 a lot more sensible to you if you had, you know. So there might be some aspect to like maybe even going back, rereading. Like, this is also a synchronicity apparently, because I had to go back and connect some dots to then bring us farther into the path than we had been up to that point, right? Same deal with business and creation and production. All right. So tap in. Okay. Also, there's something about, you know, asking your angels for assistance with communicating clearly. I know I have been, right? As direct as I am, I'm like, oh, some people come on and they're like thinking I'm all like pissed off. I'm like, oh, I'm like so focused on trying to be a direct connect situation right now. I didn't know that we were making room for offense, but I don't prefer to do that, right? That kind of thing. So clearly and concisely, you know, being clear with self as well as others, right, is coming through, because you guys are master manifestors. Thank you for not taking any offense, because I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, Freaky J, I'm like, wait, hold on. So you want a free tarot reading from somebody who you think is your enemy? Why? like, please don't let me read your energy if I'm that much of an op to you. Like, I'm so serious, because it's not safe. It wouldn't be safe if I'm an op. to be, you know, giving me the ability, the access to read your energy and your cards. Just saying, right? Make it make sense, okay? But there's something about, you know, your master manifestors, but needing a little bit of balance. I guess we're still in line with that 222 energy, right? We just got on the other side of the portal. Maybe some of us just got on the other side of that void space, right? And so balance came out, okay? You got to balance this though too. We don't hate ego, you guys, right? It literally keeps us alive, okay? But there is some illusion perhaps being trapped into the inner workings of the ego, where it's just not as effective as it could be, right? It's like, think about like a vacuum cleaner or like a filter. It's like, oh my god, it's clogged up. Should we just keep expecting it to get all the dirt? Or, right, there's a lack of functionality there, right? And so when you realize that, I've been in a fearful space like most of my life, or most of this month, or most of this week, and you got to go, ego, let's do it. Let's talk. And you got to put your coach hat on. Ego, that's not the case. That's not always the case. Actually, ego, I've learned, if we fear this, this is exactly what we're going to experience. And then you're going to be telling me you were right all along. What? Ha ha, ego, I haven't been fearing, so calm your ass down, right? That kind of stuff, okay? Because that's going to support your path to happiness. Don't you want to be successful and happy? Like, I'm so serious. You could be one or the other. Don't you want it all? I'm here to get it all, right? I'm here to see you get it all as well. Don't we already have it all according to our birthright? Just saying. Shouldn't we just live like that and think like that too then? Yeah, it's going to produce the sun. The sun card, you guys, is the happiest card in any tarot deck. It also speaks to clarity. Gosh, doesn't that seem like, sound like, look like, smell like, feel like success and happiness all at once? Yeah, that's what you're here for. I'm just saying. All right. A time of great joy and success. It literally says it on the card. Come on, guys. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell now, but we're going to bang out the angelic code just to round out the message here while you guys pop your questions in. All right. So you're being asked to trust in the divine plan that the divine has for your life. You're also being asked to surrender to it in spite of any doubts or unawareness, right? You are being asked to become and or remain adaptable at this time. Embrace being adaptable and flexible, all right? Navigate change with grace and ease. You guys, if you're not adaptable, there's no fucking way you can navigate change with grace and ease. I'm so serious, right? So if you are doing these steps, right? Love and light, Raymond. If you are doing these steps, you are going to be what? Finding new opportunities in every situation. You're going to be finding pleasantries, reasons to be more joyful. And this is all going to be part and parcel of that ball of wax that's creating your successful outcomes in every situation. Just saying, you might want to be open to this, all right? You are expected from here on out to understand that your potential is infinite. To understand just what all lies within your personal power, all right? And you are to fight the good fight, all right? You guys, we like to talk about fighting often, right? Hey, one of my personal favorites is that movie Fight Club, right? But really, the good fight is that of faith, right? Not really tussling, wrestling demons, not really even trying to make people love you and make people see your vision and make people understand that, you know, you are a good person. All right. Just live like it. They'll catch up. And if they don't, they're probably not around because they're on the other side of that void. Just saying. On the wrong, might be in it. Okay. So numbers of synchronicity coming out for this message are 1414, 1313, 50, 50, 51, 51, and 52, 52. And it's interesting because when you look at this, I don't know about you, collective, but when I look at this, all I see is progression. All right. The numbers are going up, just like your Kundalini energy. Makes sense. All right. So I love that for you. I'm excited about that for you. And thank you guys so much. I see that everyone in here has hit the like button. And I just want to celebrate that. Thank you. You guys are amazing. I'm being guided to another deck here. Let's go to this one. All right, let me see here. What do we got? What do we got? Okay. Who's... All right, so I see Yasara. Okay, let me see here. Oh. We got a yes. You better utilize your strength soon because it's coming in fast. So I don't know if this is something that busies you, right? Let me see here. Oh my god, I love this for you, Yasara. Even the 9 of Wands, right, which we always talk about, can be like a little bit toxic in nature, perhaps, like not always, right? But this particular deck, it says close to success, right? And I already got that on the strength of the 10. You got the 9 and the 10 of Wands coming out. So this is a lot of pressure, a lot of passion, perhaps, but you better hold on to your personal power here, baby, because it's a yes, okay? What's for you just has to be for you. You know what I mean? Love and light. Congratulations, Yasara. Okay, let me see here. Who's next is Raymond. Okay. So Raymond, I'm just gonna ask that you ask another question. Because what I don't want to do, you guys, is be part and parcel of some form of ripping up seeds of manifestation, right? We talk about Fabi a lot, and I think that we should talk about Raymond. I think we should talk about Raymond. Like, how great is Raymond? What does Raymond have up next? Because what if it's not Fabi? And what if it's something else you would need to know above and beyond whether or not Fabi is going to contact you? Do you understand? Because you have a life outside of Fabi, right? That's how you exist to even come onto the live stream and have fun with us, Raymond. All right. You guys watched the recent live streams. I explained why, you know, we're going to be filtering questions. And it's because I care. It's not because I'm here to be some big fat meanie, okay? I care. And I understand the spiritual laws and principles. I teach them often. And so what I'm not going to do on a personal note, even as your tarot reader, right? You could pay me. We could do it that way because I'm going to give you way more than just about Fabi in that session, right? Makes sense. But just to come on for the freebies on the lives, you guys, I'm not here to rip up your seeds. I can say Fabi's calling, yep. And tomorrow, Fabi's calling, yep. And the next day, Fabi's calling, no. Well, why might that be? And then you say, well, you said yes the other times. Well, it might be because you're energetically pushing Fabi away. And I'm allowing you and or assisting you to do that by answering the question all the time. So then I'm part and parcel of the reason why it's no. And I'm not going to do that. I don't want the karma. All right? I care too much. You guys should care too. All right? So, and it has to be according to the live stream rules, Raymond. I'm not picking on you, babe. I'm so serious. I just want you to ask another question. That's all. And ask it in the live stream format according to the rules, babe. Okay. I'm excited to see what your new question is, though. All right. And really, I'm only guiding you out of that with love, right? Like, I want Fabi actually to be still in your, like, on your, I don't want to say to-do list, do I? I want Fabi to not be like actually catapulted all the way away from your energy, such to the point where there's no hope because you really were placing Fabi on a pedestal and took all of the worth that you carried and poured it into Fabi. Like, it's not healthy. It's not nice, and it's not loving to you, Raymond. When Raymond is awesome, we could talk about other stuff, right? You could create other stuff as well, and then maybe Fabi catches wind, right? And really wants to call. Makes sense? Living your best lives, you guys, is the best revenge, as well as the best way to get that love of your life, to actually honor the fact that you are their love of their life. Okay? I can't say it any clearer, right? But it's still a reason to celebrate. Okay, let's see. All right. Thank you, Raymond. All right, let's see. Thank you for your patience on that. All right, babe. And it's only because I care, Raymond, right? I'm not here to be on some demon time. That's silly. Look at Raymond coming now as the emperor. Okay. Only thing I don't like is the moon on the bottom of the deck. Why don't you know this? Raymond, now you know you can live like it, emperor. All right. Love and light. So that's a yes, babe. Good job, Raymond. Look at you, just upping your stats already. Just like, nah, I'm going to focus on me. Who are you? Emperor. Yes, you are, Raymond. Yes, the hell you are, Raymond. Come on now. Tried to act like you forgot. Silly goose. All right. So thank you for your patience here, Mystic. Let's talk about Janice. Okay. Let's see. I love you guys so much. You have no clue, I think, sometimes. I'm like, oh no. Wait, hold on. I'm like, nobody's being left behind on my watch. Come on now. We're getting this. And by this, I mean all of our best lives. I'm so serious. I'm focused. Y'all better focus with me. Okay? That's how it works anyways. Why is the Emperor coming out? Y'all know I put that all the way back in the deck. Ooh, Emperor's trying to show face today. Who is this for? Mystic. We got the Emperor. I can't show the and the Star card at the bottom of the deck, right? Indicating yes. You know what is so great? The Star card indicates hope, renewal. Okay, so here's the sitch though. Now that we know this, right? You just kind of accept it, all right? You don't obsess it though. Accept and obsess. Two totally different, you know what I mean? Because what you don't want to do, guys, is hyper focus to the point where it's like, oh my God, this shit can't even come in now according to universal law. Like, it's stamped with your name on it. Can't you just receive it already? And some of you are going, well, I've got to have it to receive. No, that's not the case. You already had it before you asked. Now what? Right? So you got to keep those faith muscles flexed. Makes sense? All right, Mystic, you get me. All right, love and light, babe. I got ADHD too, I'm pretty sure. Neurospicy too. I'm like, you know what? That's the thing. That's why I think like a lot of ADHD people, or maybe even it might be more apt to say people on the spectrum, get comfortable with the breadcrumbing, because really not understanding all the social cues right away, and you know, really preferring to be like clear. Oftentimes people aren't so clear unless and until they're masking or scripting a situation where they're like either it like they really put some thought into how they would keep somebody hanging on a string kind of thing, whereas in normal conversation they just don't normally give a rat's ass and their head's like inserted all the way up there. So when they bring it down just enough to like breadcrumb your ass, it seems all like extra genuine and extra like passionate and stuff, you know what I mean? And I'm like, that's so crappy, like, because I know Divine had to know that. Like I'm like the design, man, I don't know, might have some flaws, just saying. All right, let me get to, okay, let me see here, because I feel like I skipped over somebody. Hold on, got that feeling. So we got Mystic. Okay, so we got Freaky J. Okay, let me see here. All right, let's find out. Let's fuck around and find out, Freaky J. I had to retire. I smoked it out and everything, but I had to retire this for a second because I was not feeling it. So I was like, so we're using this one today. We got a yes. Okay. We got a yes at the bottom, indicating Page of Swords, searching, right? Choosing choices. What is this? Whatever you decide, make sure the vibe gives you like an intuitive alert of, yes, I can heal here. Yes, I can chill here, right? I can feel safe here, all right? Because that's what's going to be the tipping, that's what's going to tip the scale out of whatever options you may have or maybe already assessing, okay? You could be actually well known in whatever community you pick. That's pretty cool. Well, you do have main character energy, just makes sense. Said damn. All right. Hey, it is what it is, right, you guys? You guys know I'm not here to manipulate the cards. So that's what I have, you guys, for today. I'm just saying thank you so much for allowing us to be able to have this deck, those that donated. Thank you for those that will tip and donate. Thank you for those that will book a session. My goodness, I'd be honored to read your cards, right? Maybe I read them anyways, makes sense. So there's that. You guys have a phenomenal day and enjoy your week, all right? Do something nice for yourselves, even if it's just a smile in the mirror just for like 20 seconds, right? A good clip of 20 seconds. Just smile, right? Love on you. You deserve your energy anyways, all right? Love and light.